Revelio.
You've made your point! Leave me be! May we talk about this? Away from me! It was an accident! Our heads about this? Oh, I'm truly sorry. I didn't think...
Such footwork! This isn't the ballet, you know!
What do you say? Master 5000?
What are you up to now?
Revelio. Revelio.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Revelio.
Have you ever seen a professor outside the castle? I find it jarring to see someone like Professor Weasley at the Three Broomsticks. Wish I could see what Hogwarts looks like. I adore spending sunny afternoons in Hogwarts.
Nature's green from dogweed and deathcap is an odd world. And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves! Where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1750.
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Booth.
The boy who says you're telling lies.
Enough! You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
the boot and it wasn't black, but you're...
I adore them.
Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
Is that all you've got? Yeah.
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember?
Levioso.
Good. Now, well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy.
Protego. Stupid Protego.
Okay, Stones.
Levioso!
Good form.
Levioso. I know. You're good.
Now, perceptive.
Levioso.
Thank you. This can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Levioso!
Protego. Levioso.
I do enjoy a lively duel.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Ravenclaw.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Revelio.
Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel. You dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Nice work.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck, or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Revelio. Lumos.
Special now! It's tormenting Professor Black!
Revelio. Levioso. Revelio.
A 142 staircases, and this is where they put me. Awful when they ask you a question, though, isn't it? Grubby little faces. I'll just die. Never
Lumos.
forget what that Hufflepuff girl said in 1421. What lovely stone.
You can't imagine how inconvenient
Brought me and my
travel was
siblings
before I
closer
invented
together.
blue powder.
We've had to rely on each other without having our parents about.
Lumos.
My family has a gobstones tournament every year. Bit chaotic, but loads of fun.
Revelio.
My siblings and I have all been sorted into different houses. Came as no surprise to my father.
Fear is weakness. I never feel fear.
Do you ever wish you could ride a hippogriff? I've ridden one, of course. Several. I just wondered if you knew what it was like. once went to a model doctor. She'd fallen over and couldn't walk.
I heard that someone cast the Confundus charm on Ravenclaw 4th year so they couldn't answer the riddle.
You can always tell the first year.
Lumos. Revelio.
So many letters arrive every day, and none of them is ever for me.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree, hmm? So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Hmm? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will, but instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could keep talking about theory all day, but practice is the best professor. Show us how it's done.
Accio.
Splendid! Excellent control there. That's it! Very good. Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Let us see this. There we go.
Accio.
Splendid!
Watch this. Phew. Quite impressive. Be sharp. Yes!
Accio.
A perfect score. Remarkable. Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go! There we go.
Accio.
Do not think I will start going easy on you now.
Very good.
Let us see this. That is how it's done. I know everyone is watching, but try not to be nervous. You are doing quite well.
Accio!
Brilliant! Be sharp. Yes!
Accio!
Two perfect rounds. You're unnatural. Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Is Ouagadougou a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Ouagadougou, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on...
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that. Cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
A word, if you would.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Hello. How was your first day coming along?
Hello, Samantha. Nice to see you again.
I wondered how your first day was going. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan. Whoever decided to make Professor Black headmaster of Hogwarts must have been the victim of a flock of whoopers.
Accio! Revelio. Revelio. Levioso. Revelio.
What are you up to now?
Revelio.
Wonder how Sharp injured his leg.
Revelio. Lumos.
Oh, my mother makes the most delicious.
Revelio. Lumos.
Wonder how well our professors.
It's about time Hogwarts put someone like Black in charge. Perhaps now... disgusting mudbloods from brewing.
Accio! Lumos.
Is it possible to become an aura?
Revelio.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Lumos.
Try working. shop's always referring to who's walking around with mistletoe berries? Too cocky simply because you had one victory over Sallow. He never backs down from a fight.
Revelio. Accio.
Hogwarts survived the night. I think we should have a blue carving charge.
I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could
Accio.
swim. Fancy a mole?
Leviosa.
I promised her only one time
Lumos.
a week I can plunge the boy's lavatory, not for the meek.
These peas will make me late.
He tried to stop me, did rancorous carp, sought to trap me, confine me inside of a jar. But he failed, as did his containment charms, so I took my revenge to wreak havoc and harm. It was granted my privileges be handsome indeed, or I'd fire up the cannon, and so she agreed. To draw up a contract with her, not with him, that if I behaved, I'd have one weekly swim! Whee!
Revelio.